It was a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Troy, and I was on a mission. My foodie destination, Aldana's Mexican Bar and Grill, near the intersection of Coolidge Highway and Maple Road. I arrived with an empty and rumbling stomach and met up with my coworker and foodie at arms, Juan, in the parking lot. This endeavor was packed with vibrant cultural representation, mouthwatering authentic foods, and an inspiring story of a woman sharing the joys of her childhood memories through her recipes and cooking. So get ready, we're going on an adventure! Co-owner and chef Maria Aldana and her husband, co-owner Nabil Eshi, are a joy to be around and are some of the kindest folks you could meet. Maria and Nabil opened Aldana's in 2020 after 16 successful years of operating a couple of quick and casual eateries around Metro Detroit called Las Consuelas. Maria told me her passion for cooking and inspiration for opening a restaurant stemmed from her childhood.
With cooking, not much. With basically since I was little, starting from 6 years old, my mom was making these cookies, and I was selling on the street. It's very long time story, but anyways, I guess that brought me the sense of uh, making something that people enjoys. So then I wanted just to simply have a business. Never really get into the kitchen with my mom, which I regret. I wish I would know her recipes, but by wanting to cook, by wanting to sell something, then I just surrounded with the right people and then opening a restaurant because I know people would consume more than anything else. So that's what brought me up.
I was told by some of Maria's staff that nearly every aspect of the restaurant is essentially from Mexico. From the handcrafted and colorful light fixtures, unique seat patterns, artwork and figurines, to the floor tiles themselves, everything was imported from Mexico. When an establishment is this dedicated to providing guests with such an authentic ambiance and experience as possible, you know the food is going to be next level amazing. Before you know it, the appetizers arrived. Freshly made and remarkably seasoned chips with an array of dips and salsas and loco fries. Maria uses special blends and variations of secret seasonings for each dish, keeping flavors unique to the respective meal. While I think it's safe to say Juan and I could have easily filled up on these apps, we had to hold ourselves back and save room for our entrees. And the moment any true foodie looks forward to, the arrival of your main course. I went with the cochinita pibil, a Yucatan staple of slow-roasted barbecue pork. Considered by many to be the world's oldest form of barbecue, I will arguably say that Maria's approach to this dish puts her in a league of her own. A dish likely harder to find around Metro Detroit, you won't go wrong selecting this delectable menu item. While unable to be prepared in its traditional way, Maria's recipe is still by far authentically on point, nailing down the tenderness for the meat and still encapsulating the juices and seasonings. With a plate of freshly made blue corn tortillas at your side, craft yourself a little taco with the rice, beans, pickled onion, and cochinita for a flavorful bite that'll surely leave your palate satisfied and a smile on your face. Meanwhile, Juan was tackling the quesadilla, which he was obviously enjoying very much. Maria's approach to food and cooking is more than just about filling the stomach. She explained to me that it's about being in the moment, establishing a connection, communication, and expression of memories.
It's about the memories. It's nothing like tasting just per se something refried beans, and you go back on time to that way. I was like when my abuelita just made it for me, or my neighbors. You know, I hear that a lot. Like, oh, when I was little, I grew with some Hispanic people around me, and they make these tamales with these beans, and Jesus took me that way. So it's all of that, and with all the rest of the details.
That's how we
It's
take a recipe. That's why my wife's been successful. Her food is flashbacks to
yeah,
past.
it's
Her passion for authentic. That's what she's been telling me. I eat memories. That's every recipe it is. Gives her quesadilla is give her flashbacks, remembering her father.
mhm. And then creating the new recipes as well is simply creating the memory. Let's say you put a memory on a new trend. So basically, you're gonna, because right now food really is uh, so creative. I mean, I don't know. I've seen so many new things where, I mean, obviously we're talking about Michelin stars. When you see those, I'm not there obviously, but um, when you see those, you go, oh, that's possible. So you can create your own version of new new ways of cooking, but it still has that flavor that will trouble you to your memories, which is what lives in you.
And the fun doesn't stop at Aldana's. Maria and Abil shared with me their upcoming plans for a Mexican bakery for her delicious desserts, also specializing in one of the most recognized and delicious cinnamony sweets, churros.
Well, what coming up next is another something else that I would love to we going to share with everybody. This is about memories. There's something very traditional in Mexico that a lot of people knows, obviously, and I mean, I'm so proud of that. I'm very happy that whenever you say the name, everybody knows about churros, right? So we are going to open a churreria. I really want to bring the feeling of being in a plaza in Mexico, just simply seeing how the churro is made, how it comes out, how it gets touched to give the texture, the sugar, the cinnamon, and then right now with the new trends of the food, obviously it's going to be garnished in a different ways with the hot chocolate. We're going to have a very good hot chocolate that I just recently learned how to make with all the ingredients that it really is typical Mexico, the grounds of Mexico. You know? And also it's going to give us a Spain touch as well, and with the ice cream and all of that. So it's going to be very good. The business is going to be called La Niña Churreria, doing like an honor to La Niña, as I was when I was 6 years old, selling these cookies on the street.
Maria's passion for cooking and honoring her family and culture through her restaurant and recipes could serve as an inspiration for everyone. It's done with heart, love, and traditions of bringing people together. I've always believed that food is one of the few conduits that breaks all barriers and unites people through the shared joy of a meal and memories. Maria Aldana and her cooking represent that perfectly.